Brilliance Audio presents Of Highland Warrior by Connie Mason, performed by Simon Mattox. The clash of swords, the cry of the wounded, and the sharp scent of gore rose above the eerie mists swirling around the combatants. The blood feud over land, supremacy, and vengeance raged unabated in the glacier-scored valley separating McKenna land from the Mackay holdings. The feud had had its beginnings a century ago, when Clan McKenna won Ravenscraig Tower and the surrounding fertile lands from Clan Mackay. They had been bitter enemies ever since. Laird Ross of Clan McKenna, a fierce and courageous warrior, flexed the muscles in his bulging forearms as he wielded his claymore in his clan's defence. He fought side by side with his kinsmen, wincing every time one of them fell beneath a Mackay sword. Ross knew Clan McKenna couldn't afford to lose another family member. Too many of his kinsmen had died feuding with the Mackays and their allies over the years. Constant warring had taken its toll. They had seen their lands decrease and their resources dwindle. Ross's own father and one of his uncles had fallen beneath a Mackay claymore, and so had his younger brother and several cousins. Ross knew this senseless killing had to stop, but he had no idea how to end it. "Watch your back!" Ross's uncle Gordo yelled from behind him. Ross whirled, his tartan swirling about his powerful thighs as he faced this new challenge. His eyes widened as a veritable virago bore down on him, red hair flipping about a delicate, fine-boned face, and a Mackay tartan flying about calves and thighs far too shapely to belong to a seasoned warrior. Ross immediately checked the downward stroke of his claymore, a stroke that would have cleaved the lassie in two if he'd followed through. But that did not stop the warrior woman from jabbing her claymore at Ross, nicking his thigh. "Cease, lass," Ross roared. "I didn't kill women." "Lass or nae, I'm a Mackay," the woman shouted back. "Defend yourself or die." She came at him again, flame-red hair flowing behind her, gem-green eyes glittering. The wind caught the edge of her tartan, giving him a flash of a firm white buttock. The sight so mesmerised Ross that he nearly forgot to defend himself, but his senses returned in time for him to deflect her blow. "Desist, I say," Ross growled. "Who are you?" "Your enemy," the woman panted, as she ducked out of reach of Ross's sword. "I don't want to kill you, but I will, if you refuse to leave the battlefield." "You can try," the woman taunted. "I trained with my brothers. You won't find me easy to slay." Though Ross had to admit the flame-haired lass was adept with a sword, she was no match for a warrior renowned for his fighting skills. Ross continued to dodge and parry his opponent's efforts without inflicting too much harm, though he was growing weary of this child's play. The day was waning. Wisps of mist peeled away daylight as the sun dropped behind the Quilin Hills. It was no longer possible to distinguish the McKenna red-and-black tartan from the Mackay green and blue. From the corner of his eye, Ross surveyed the battlefield. Men from both clans lay on the ground, while others helped their wounded comrades off to the sidelines. Ross spotted the Mackay laird bending over a body that lay unmoving in the blood-soaked dirt. He heard the laird's anguished cry and saw him beat his chest. Obviously, someone dear to the man had fallen. Ross could scarcely see his opponent now for the dark mist that swirled around him. He cursed as the lass continued to hack away at him. Though she deliberately aimed for vital parts, her efforts were hindered by Ross's skill and the lengthening shadows. Suddenly, the Mackay laird appeared at the lass's side, his face contorted by grief. Grasping the lass's arm, he pulled her away from Ross's deadly sword. "Gillian, what are you doing here?" "Fighting," Gillian replied. "Let me go. I have the McKenna laird where I want him. Let me finish him off."